All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. Welcome to another edition of the Marsh Buice podcast, episode, what are we on? 798. We're 2 steps away from episode 800. Yes, I can do math, but welcome to episode 798 of the Marsh Buice podcast. And here, we're all about simplifying your day so you can maximize your life. The way that you do that is a simple process. I have a 6-step daily process checkpoint that I go through every single day. This way, this keeps me in alignment and keeps me out of the negotiating with myself. So that way I self-sabotage. I have a 6-step process that I go through every single day. Go back to some of these other episodes. I go through them more in details. And 5 core skills that you already have access to that you just need to amplify every single day. And those 5 skills all start with the letter C to make them easy. Communication, curiosity, creativity, continuous learning and action, and productive confrontation. Or conflict, but productive. These 5 skills that you pay attention to every single day and you learn how to work through these 5 skills. These will keep you what I call RFA, ready for anything. Do I know everything? No. Am I ready for anything? Yes. And the reason being is because my daily 6-step process that I go through and accentuating, love that word, accentuating these 5 skills. So happy that you are back here with me. For those of you who have been here a time or 10, thank you for continuing to support the Marsh Buice podcast. We are the top 3% podcast in the world, not in the city, in the world. What a blessing. What a privilege that is. We're on our way, man, to the top 1%. We're on our way to the top 5 podcasts in the world. We're going to get there with your help. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for coming aboard. I hope that you will get something of value and consider subscribing so that way you don't miss another episode when it drops. Today, man, this is what I wrote about. This is hot out of the fish grease, what we're talking about today, and it's so symbolic for your life, and you're going to soon see that it's so much easier for someone to tear you down than build up. It's easier to tear down than it is to build up. And this thought came to me when I was on my way to work. There was a bulldozer parked out in front of an office building that had been vacant since the hurricane. The hurricane, it beat it up, but it didn't look like it was demolished. It was a big brick multi-unit office building. And there was a bulldozer out front. I'm like, what are they going to do with that? I just figured they would just start renovating it. So anyway, I went on to work, sipping my coffee. So I went to work. I get off work, man, on my way home. Half of the building structure is gone on my way home. 9-10 hours later, half the structure is gone. And by the end of the week, the entire structure was not only gone, it was cleared out. It was as if that structure was never even there. And it's crazy to think what took a year to build. At least, I'm sure it took even longer than that. By the time you wire it and paint it, and walls and spackle and everything else. So it took at least a year to build this multi-unit office building. Only took a week to flatten and clear out. That's 2% of a year. Took that long to build. Takes fractions of a time to tear down. This is why I say it's easier to tear down than it is to build up. And the symbolic nature of it is, instead of people figuring out how to go through the hard, laborious work of building their life as high, if not higher, than yours, using your life as a blueprint to build their life higher, it's easier for them to just tear you down to their level, if not lower. So this message serves twofold. Number one, if you're building your life right now, You're in the process of building your life right now. Be careful who you allow on your job site, because they may not be happy for you. And it's not that you got to go through a bunch of explaining to them. Oh, girl, I'm trying to get my life together. Bro, sorry, man. This is what I'm. You don't even have to explain. They're not even in a season. They don't have seasoned ears to even appreciate the change that you're going through. The sick and tired of being sick and tired, because they're not going to change. So they don't see any reason for you to change, because it's crabs in a bucket. They need to pull you down instead of cheering you on as you rise up. So it's not that you go through a bunch of explanations or anything. You just be conveniently unavailable. Every time they call, you just, man, I'm sorry, dude. I'm on my way. I got some errands to run. I got a meeting to attend. I got to work longer. And, dude, even if you work 3 seconds longer at work, that way you stay in alignment. You're not lying. Even if you say you got errands to run and you go into the grocery store for 2 seconds and turn around, you pull in a parking lot. Fine. You didn't lie. I don't want you to lie here. I just want you to be unavailable. Shit. Or just don't even answer the phone. And so that's if you're building your life right now. But if you've built your life and you've gone through the blood, sweat, and tears, and you've made the sacrifices, and you've endured all of the hardships and the pains, and you've built your life in such a way that today is peaceful and it's fruitful. Dude, it's so impactful that when you recount the story, you tear up, you choke up, because you remember how hard things were. You remember the hopeless nights, the hopelessness feeling that you had. You went through all that, and you've built your life in such a way today that is beautiful, it's peaceful, it's fruitful. If that's where your life is right now, be very selective who you let on your property that you've built, that you've worked to build so hard and establish. And what's deceiving is, it's not that the person truly hates you. They may love you, but it's not that they hate you. They hate what they're not. And they will discreetly, and bro, let me tell you something. They may not even realize they're doing it, but they will covertly, discreetly, and whatever other adjective or adverb, whatever this is, that ends in ly, they will do whatever it takes to bring your structure down to their level, if not lower. And they will step over you and move on. Be vigilant. You're in the process right now of building your life. Be careful who comes on your job site. If you've built your life, remember the 2%. It took a year to build, can be torn down in a week. For you, what does this mean in your life? What took you years to build, what took you years to get to where you are today, can be wiped out in a decision. And that decision was heavily influenced by the associations that you keep. Bro, let me tell you something. I'd rather you be a lone ranger and by yourself than have a group of toxic people in your camp. All right? I'm cheering for you. If you need something, marshbuice.com. That's MarshBuice. Right there, you will find hundreds of videos, hundreds of podcast episodes, and also a mic in the bottom right you can leave me a message. Let me know what's going on in your world and how I can help. I'm no hair, but I'm all ears. Glad to help you. Thank you for supporting the Marsh Buice podcast. Please get the word out. Please share it with others. And allow this to be a discussion for you and a group of people. What does this episode mean to you? This is why I bring these things, for discussion, for you to sit down and talk about it with a loved one, for you to even sit down in the mornings or sit in your car. You get to where you are today, you turn off the motor, and you just sit there and you think about this message. What does it mean to me? How does it apply to my life? And how can I get better? All right? Let's rock out of here. Keep it simple. Keep it moving. Never settle. Stay tough. Stay vigilant. Peace.